Hello my beautiful people, welcome to my channel Makeup and Hair Company, and today's video is going to be this natural New Year makeup. So every time when it comes to New Year or festive makeup or Christmas makeup, it's always like when you search the YouTube, it's always like, you know, full face heavy cakey makeup and bold lipsticks and bold eyes. But this time I just wanted to, you know, break that vicious cycle, break that trend and make your makeup routine more natural, because that is on the trend now, or maybe the upcoming trend now, and it saves you a lot of time and you don't have to, you know, apply those suffocating paint all over your face. I'm a makeup artist and I'm telling this. Okay, if you are a bride or if you are the main person of the event, I would highly recommend you guys to go for a full face, full on makeup, because that is what is going to look good in pictures. So that is fine, that is totally fine. But then personal makeup, I would highly recommend you guys to skip the full face foundation makeup and follow this technique that I'm going to teach you guys. So let's get started. So the first thing that I'm going to do now is going to be my moisturizer. So this moisturizer is from the brand Embryolis, and this moisturizer particularly I use it on almost all of my clients depending upon their skin type, but mostly I use this one, and this is for my personal use. So I'm every time I do my makeup, I make sure that I apply this moisturizer instead of my everyday regular moisturizer. So basically gently massaging it into my skin, and I don't apply any eye cream in particular. So I just use my moisturizer as my under eye cream. So basically your under eyes needs just enough moisture. Most oftentimes we tend to ignore the under eyes when you're actually applying the moisturizer. Okay, so let's move on to foundation. So foundation, these days, you know, my everyday simple makeup is like very easy, and these days I don't have all the energy and time to do a full face makeup or full coverage makeup. So I will be teaching you guys some easy methods which will actually make you feel natural and also look natural. So here you can see foundation. So this foundation is actually from the brand called Kryolan. So I have actually made a mix for myself. So basically it comes like a palette, which is actually for professional use, but especially in the winter months I prefer cream based foundations as compared to the liquid foundations, because my skin is extremely on the dry side. So I mix my own foundation, and then I just take a small sample and keep it for the winter month depending upon my skin tone. So I'm just going to take that and I'm going to apply it under my eyes. So this instantly covers your flaws. I would not even call it as flaws, just instantly brightens your face up. When you compare this side and this side, you will see the difference, right? So we're going to do the same thing on this side. So I'm not using any brush, as you can see. I'm just using my fingers, and then I'm evenly spreading everything out. And I'm bringing it until this point, so that it actually looks like my skin tone. So now you see the literal difference. It's actually a world of difference, because I've just without any full face makeup, I've literally created a base for myself. And let's move on to the next step. So this step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually apply something powdery, like a loose powder, to actually set the cream base. So I'm using a powder from the loose powder from the brand Huda Beauty, and it is of the shade Blondie. No, I'm sorry, it's of the shade Banana Bread. And then I'm just setting it. That's it. These days, you guys, I just hate wearing makeup, and this is the only thing that I do. I don't use full face makeup at all, unless and until it's a photo shoot or something. So as you guys can see, it's all mattified now. Now I'm going to use the same concealer. Actually, it is not my exact concealer shade and it is not my exact foundation shade, somewhere in between. So I just find the sweet spot and then play around with that. So I'm just going to apply it on my eyelids. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other one. And I'm going to repeat the powder step, where I'm going to just set it with the loose powder. So this is done. Now let's move on to the actual steps. And in addition to that, I'm just going to fill my nose as well. Sometimes, you know, my nose is not highlighted. So I'm just going to use my fingers to actually create that kind of highlight, you know. And then I'm setting it up with the loose powder. Oh, that looks so funny. Okay. And then I'm going with the loose powder throughout my face. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this cheek and lip tint from the brand Dab Herb Makeup. It's actually a zero waste brand where they make these compostable tubes, and this blush is so good. I just love this brand and the blush. For the past 1.5 years I've been using this and I love it. I don't use any powdered blush anymore because for me, with a dry skin, powdered blush looks very ashy and dry. So I always prefer liquid blush for my own self. And it smells so good, smells like castor oil. And then I just use my fingers to blend it out evenly. So you guys can see the instant freshness. And now I'm moving on to my eyeshadow. Eyeshadow is going to be very, very basic, and most often times I just use this blush which I talked about as my eyeshadow. Okay, why not? Let's use the same thing today. I'm not going to use any eyeshadow. I'm just going to go ahead and use the same blush that I used as my eyeshadow. Okay. Although it looks crazy, just be patient, it's going to be fine. So far we didn't use any brush except for the powder. Obviously for the powder you can't use your hands or fingers. So just created a very mild eyeshadow look just with the blush, guys. See, makeup is like, there is no hard and fast rule with respect to makeup. You can just play around and it's your own game. Just do whatever you want and don't just follow the rules. Just because I'm saying you have to use this for this or that for this. No rules at all. Just play around and come up with your own thing. And now I'm moving on to my, I'm moving on to my lash color. So lash color is going to make a lot of difference. So I'm just going to curl my lashes. So you'll see that instant lift. Let's do the same thing here. Sometimes, you know, it's very scary to use a lash color, especially when I use it on my brides. You know, when they move their eyelids, then it's going to hurt them. So I'm always very, very, very cautious. And sometimes I skip this step also, you know. They're like super scared of this machine. And I'm moving on to my eyeliner. You can use pretty much any eyeliner, guys. And I'm just going to go and create a flick. Okay, so pretty much very simple and straightforward. And I'm just going to go ahead with my mascara. And since my lashes are quite long enough, I don't actually need a false lash, but you know, I'm a fan of false lashes, but I'm just a fan for just an hour, guys. After an hour, I'll feel like I want to peel it off. So I just like it for the time being, and then I want it to be removed off as early as possible. So I try my best to, you know, make use of my lashes because it's pretty long. So I'm going to do the same thing on this. And then I'm going to do it on the lower lashes. I always don't line my lower waterline because it actually tends to make your eyes look smaller. So same thing here. That's it. Now let's move on to the false lashes. So I'm going to take my false lashes real quick. You know what? I'm just going to do it off the camera. Okay, so now I just got my false lashes on. Now let's go ahead and do my lip and a little bit of contour. So I'm taking a darker contour powder, and then I'm just applying here. Oh, it got too dark. So I'm just using my fingers to literally blend it out because I've just applied the cream blush, right? So I'm just creating that contour, and I'm doing the same thing on the sides of the nose, and then blending it using my fingers. That's it. So just moving on to the highlighter. So highlighter, I'm not going to use the highlighter brush. I'm just going to use my fingers again. So just focusing on the tip of the nose, you will see that instant shine, and then on the beginning of this bridge. That's it. And then a little bit on this area. I'm using the brush to actually blend it out. So you'll see that instant shine here. That's it. So let's move on. I'm not even doing my eyebrows, guys, because my eyebrows are actually thick enough, and I usually, you know, save time by not doing eyebrows because it doesn't make any big difference. So let's move on to the lipstick. For the lipstick, I'm using a lip pencil, a darker lip pencil like this color. So your New Year's doesn't have to be like full face, full on glamorous makeup. Nobody likes such kind of makeup these days, and the trend is actually shifting in a very positive way where you use minimal makeup. So this is one of the minimalist makeup routine that I'm showing you guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a little bit of this coral orangey red lipstick. So that's it. It's very nice, plain and simple. So everyone likes such kind of output, guys. Nobody likes dark lipstick. I mean, people do like, but then most of the people, they like natural and light lipsticks and very neutral kind of makeup. So this is how it looks. So this is how you know, I would recommend you guys to try this kind of makeup, because I'm sure you're going to love it. And doing full face heavy makeup is just dying down, and nobody has that much time to do makeup, because every time when I teach my students too, they'll be like, oh my god, this is too much, so many steps. So then I just later, I teach both the full coverage, full on face makeup, and also similar technique that I showed you today. So if you are interested in booking me for makeup classes, please do go to the website link in the description, and you can just enroll or email us, and we would be very happy to help you with your makeup journey. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please do comment in the comment section if you really like this video, so that I will know that you guys liked such videos, and it will be very easy for me to take a decision on my upcoming videos. So thank you so much, and I will see you guys in a nice beautiful video. Until then, happy new year, and enjoy wearing light, natural and minimal makeup. And I wish you all a very nice and beautiful happy new year 2022.